What up, people? This L. Back at y'all with 3 dreams, basically documenting these. And I call this one the martial artists, like that's plural, for a reason I'll get into in a minute. I had this one on May 7th of 2023. This was last year. This is not a recent one. But the next 2 brief ones I'm going to give you is very recent. And I didn't write those down. It's so recent I can give it to you fresh. I only got written down things that is kind of old or, I wouldn't remember for details. Some things I like to remember for details, so I write them down. All right, so I had a dream. I was an Asian martial artist who owned a business in China, whose business was being attacked by other Asian men for some reason. I want to say that the business I owned was a martial arts studio. Like I was the head of a dojo, if you want to call it a dojo, or I was the grand master of the school, the martial arts school. They were attacking other businesses also. I was using martial arts, kicking some through doors, breaking some arms, dodging others with expert skill, all to defend my business. But I got chased out. They came in force and was overwhelming. I had to retreat. I ran into a back room. See, not I, but I was an Asian martial artist, an older guy. Short too, nothing like my size. So I ran into a back room near the door, near the exit. The thugs thought I left and ran out of the building. From the back room, I saw the next door businessman coming in, I believe to talk to the unruly attackers. He had the deeds to his place in his hand, as if that'll do something. But I knew that didn't matter because I had mine too. Like I had my deeds in my own hand too. I tried to talk to them. Well, the Asian guy tried to talk to them, who was me at the time. And it was ignored. They ignored the deeds and they ignored my rules and rights to the land. Then the dream switches. I was in the body of an attacker. So the dream switched and now I'm in the body of one of the attackers. We ran into a wash house yelling, basically letting the people in there know that they were under attack. All right, so then we run upstairs because it was an upstairs part to the wash house. We ran into a wash house. We see it's full of black women working, washing clothes in a steamy, hot place. And they're fully clothed in black and white uniforms. So when we ran upstairs, I saw a black woman fully clothed in black and white uniforms, black on the outside, white in the middle, and they were washing clothes. It was a wash house. This had to be the past, like I say the 1800s, early 1900s. And all these women looked healthy, and their hair was natural, and they looked pretty good if you ask me, being a black guy, I'm going to tell you. So, the madam, who I assume was the madam, I think that's what I should call her, because that's the feeling I got I should refer to her as in the dream. And some of them thought we were going to attack them because now I'm one of the Asian attackers. Before I was playing the part of the Asian business owner who ran the dojo or the school. Now I'm playing one of the people who was attacking the dojo in the school or taking people's businesses. It like switched up. So I see the madam, and some of them thought we were going to attack them, like I said. But we turned and went back downstairs and left them to their business safely. I think we did that because when I came upstairs as the Asian attacker guy, I looked at the black woman and a feeling came over me. Even in a dream, I remember like not to attack them. It's like I didn't want to attack them. It disarmed me to see all them black people there in a dream. And they were washing clothes. I don't know if it was like a slavery thing or it was like a thing like they knew who we were, like they know we Israel type thing. So I can't really say per se. All I know is when I went up them steps and we saw them, we saw the madam and we saw how scared all the black women looked, we left them alone. So we went back downstairs and left them to their business safely. Then I sparred. To spar someone is to fight with someone, but in a way of practice, more like. Then I sparred a dude who was with them near the entrance. This guy looked at half black and half Asian, and I could tell he was a fighter. And I was a very good fighter in the dream. In both, as both people, I was a very good fighter in that dream. As the Asian martial arts teacher, and as the gangster, I was like very good at martial arts in the dream. Me, it's like I was in their body experiencing this through the eyes of those people. So I sparred the dude near the entrance, and he was good, but me being an expert fighter, I had beat the guy, and I left him, and we all left. We left them to their business. And that was the end of that dream. I believe that specific dream was saying that, you know, the government in China don't care if you own land or whatever. They'll come and take your stuff. You know, you really own nothing. The Communist Party owns it. And I think that's who the gangsters was working for. They was working for the Communist Party, and it was like taking people's stuff, taking people's land, taking people's business. So the guy who was rushing over from next door, like the businessman who was rushing over from next door to go to the Asian martial artist dojo to show the people his deed, I think he wasn't a fighter at all. He didn't look like a fighter. He looked like a nerd, like, if you want to say. And he was just trying to go over there and argue for his land, but they wasn't going to hear him anyway. And he wasn't even a fighter, so he really had no chance. So I know in my heart of hearts that they took his stuff. They took his stuff. So yeah, that was that dream. And that's all that happened in that dream. That was different for me as far as the fighting thing goes. And now I'm gonna get into the last recent dream, which was about last week. Last week, I have a dream that I see two boys in a picture, a pop-out picture, on the side of a wall. Like, you know how they spray paint a brick wall? Like, in memory of whoever died and stuff like that. But this was a pop-out picture. And it was two boys on logs. One boy on a log and another boy on a log. It was an older boy on the log who was the stronger boy, and it was a young boy on the log who was the weaker boy. Now, they were supposed to be going around each other in a circle and completing rotations with each other in a circle. And I must say that there was an old man watching the two boys, like standing outside, regular like me, looking at the two boys on the log in the picture. And he was an Asian guy also. They all Chinese, these people. And the Asian guy who was looking at the wall, the two boys on the wall, he had a stoic look, like he had a blank expression on his face. He showed no emotion at all. And the two boys was, like I said, supposed to have been rotating around each other in some way, like with their own strength. They were supposed to be rotating around each other with their legs and going around. But the younger boy was weaker, so he wasn't always able to make a rotation around the older boy like that. And the older boy was really trying not to let the younger boy make a rotation around him anyway. He was purposely running his log into the younger boy's head every time he didn't make a rotation properly. So that happened a couple of times. And then the younger boy started yelling out the picture, he's going to do it again, he's going to do it again. And I felt the strings of my heart being tugged for the younger boy. And sometimes he'll make it around, sometimes he wouldn't. And you could see the face of the older boy, like purposely running his log into the head of the younger boy. He did it a couple of more times, to the point that the younger boy started bleeding blood, and the blood ran out of the picture down onto the floor. And I'm looking at that, and the old man, he's not doing anything. It's like he's looking for one to beat out the other. He could care either way. So once I saw the blood flow from the picture, I get angry. And I go over there to try to stop the older boy from hitting the younger boy in the head like that all the time, because he was killing him. He was basically trying to kill him. So when I went over there to try to stop it, it's like everything was spiritual. The young boy disappeared, the old boy disappeared, the older boy disappeared, and the old man also disappeared. And it's like they got on me in some kind of way. And in my mind's eye, or in my feeling, was they tried to get on me like a tattoo. I don't know what that meant, but something's going on with Asia. It seemed like I'm having a lot of dreams about Asia, so I think we need to watch what they're doing in society. or or what I really feel about this specific dream, that specific dream I just mentioned, is, you know, they want democracy over there, but there's a communist party. The communist party is what's been ruling. That's the older, stronger boy. The democracy is not going to stand there. I feel, don't quote me on this, I'm just saying what I feel and what I think, that this dream is telling me their want for democracy ain't going to stand, and the older, stronger thing that's there is communism, is going to beat out the younger, you know, the younger ideologies or the newer ideologies that's coming up in Asia, in China, per se. So that's what I think is going on. Could be wrong, but that's what I get out of that. So I'm gonna move on to the last one. The last one was crazy. I had a dream in animation. I never had a dream in animation, in anime, in like a drawing, in like a cartoon drawing. And I saw a group of beings. I want to find the beings. I saw a group of beings, and they were talking to some gangster being. It was like a gang member being. And the gang member being had all these symbols on him, and he was the leader of a gang of them. They all was gods. It's like one set of gods was talking to another set of gods, or one set of demons. A higher set of demons was talking to a lower set of demons. So the higher set of demons was telling the lower set of demons, or gods, if you want to call them gods, they were all Asian gods, that they had a mission for him to go accomplish in the earth. I don't know if it was something to do with them specifically in their own region, or if it was something to do with the world as a whole. But I saw the ruling gods or demons telling the more mobile, lesser demon or god to go out and get things accomplished and do something. And it seemed like the more dangerous guy was the more dangerous gangster one, I like to call them, because it's like the ruling gods was like a council, whereas they was hiring a gang to go do their bidding, a gang of things that look just like them. They look like demons or gods. I'm gonna show you how they look. But the most dangerous demon they was talking to, excuse me, the most dangerous, the one that they was talking to was the most dangerous demonic spirit or god. He had a gang, but I knew in my spirit, I just knew that the ones he had with him wasn't as dangerous as the one who was speaking with them. He was dangerous, but his gang wasn't so dangerous, right? So that part, and I want to just show you how these things look. Give you a brief. They look like these things. They all look like these things again, but not really the ones I just showed you. I just wanted to give you a brief description on how these things look. Some was fat. Well, the ones who rule, who wasn't as mobile, they had to rule from, I guess, where they were. One was fat, and there was others behind him. And the gangster one was before them, but lower. And he was looking at them. He was like, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. He had all symbols on him, and he looked very dangerous. But his gang, it was a girl on his gang that looked similar to the girl that's right there. When I saw her and I saw the rest of them who was on the gang portion of them, I got a sense that they wasn't as dangerous as the one that was being addressed by the ruling council. If anyone got that, then that's what it is. So that's basically what it is. I feel that there's a lot going on in China or in Asia, and we need to be looking out for things coming down the pipe from them, because maybe that gang member thing is something else going to come out from them in the spirit world, because they all were spirits. So maybe something else is coming down the pipe from them in the spirit world. And there's a lot going on in Asia that we need to be paying attention to. That's what I get from all three of these dreams. And the first one, I think, is something to do with the Communist Party. Also, like, they could take whatever they want, and no one has a say in it. It's just a lot of messed up things going on in Asia, and people don't have no rights there. And I think this is what all of this is pretty much depicting to me. I don't know why I see these things. I don't know where it come from. I don't sit up all day thinking of how to make this stuff up. It just comes to me, and I jot it down and I give it as it comes. So I'm not playing with nobody. I'm a serious person. I don't, like I said, it is what it is. I'm not going to keep repeating myself in that respect. So, all right. God bless you all in Jesus' name. Whoever watches this, I hope you enjoy the story. Not story. I hope you enjoyed the dream. Like I said, I get many dreams. It's stuff that I've seen. I wouldn't even tell you guys because it seems off the wall. Some things I keep to myself because who gonna believe me? You know what I mean? With some of these things, I give y'all the least things. I haven't given the higher things yet because they're pretty bizarre, and maybe one day I'll get to share it with somebody. But until then, God bless you all in Jesus' name. I love you, and let's keep pushing and keep believing and having faith in our Father, Yahuwah. All right? Until next time.